Patrick Hutzel from intensivecarehotline.com with another quick tip for families in intensive care. Today I have an email from Robert who says, "Hi Patrick, my wife 3 weeks ago took into ICU with a chest infection, and she was put into an induced coma for her to have a rest because the chest infection developed into a pneumonia. I was told 4 days later that she's got a second infection and that she's in a bad way and expected to die. Now, 3 weeks later, she's making a comeback again and doing so good. Please do not give up hope. Never give up hope. Please keep telling them you love them and they can be here for us. And God bless you," from Robert. Well, Robert, thank you so much for sharing your situation and your wife's situation. I think this is really important. I mean, I always say that the biggest challenge for families in intensive care is that they don't know what they don't know. And that the doom and gloom and the negativity from intensive care teams in particular can wear families down, And you can't be worn down by negativity. You have to create your own optimism and your own positivity, which is something you have done here, in spite of all the odds, in spite of you having been told that your wife is not going to make it. Now, I've said it many, many times here on this podcast that approximately 90% of intensive care patients survive. Well, that means the odds for your loved one in ICU are in your loved one's favor, right? I'm certain, Robert, that your wife may have a long road of recovery ahead, but at least she's having a chance. If people die, then they don't have a chance, So when families have a loved one in intensive care, they can quickly lose hope, also because of the negativity and the doom and gloom from the intensive care team or from intensive care team. So, this is why we always share the positive messages here as well. Of course, unfortunately, some people die in ICU, but it is not the majority. It is actually the minority of patients that pass through ICU or intensive care. An induced coma and mechanical ventilation is not a death sentence. It is used to save lives often, So please keep that in mind at all times. Don't get bogged down by the doom and gloom, by the negativity from intensive care teams, and make up your own mind, do your own research, think for yourself. It's very important that you think for yourself when you have a loved one in intensive care, that you don't get carried away by emotion. Think rational and think logic. And think logically. And also, you know your loved one best. Do you think your loved one will pull through this? Right? Do your own research, get a second opinion. And because when you have a loved one in intensive care, it's a once in a lifetime situation that you simply can't afford to get wrong. And that's why you shouldn't be thinking that you can do this by yourself, because most families can't, and they come to us when it's too late. And then they realize that there was help at hand, and then they realize that the time and money they invest in us is money well spent, because they realize we are opening our clients' eyes and we handhold them through the process, and we show them what questions to ask, what to look for, how to position yourself, how to manage intensive care teams so they don't manage you. 99.9% of families in intensive care don't even know that's an option, but it is an option. But you need guidance from someone who understands intensive care inside out. I've worked in critical care for nearly 25 years in 3 different countries, where I also worked as a nurse manager for over 5 years. And I've been consulting and advocating for families in intensive care here at intensivecarehotline.com since 2013. And we have saved many lives. And you can verify that at our testimonial section or on our podcast section, where we have done client interviews. And that's also one of the many reasons why we have opened a membership for families of critically ill patients in intensive care. And you can become a member if you go to intensivecarehotline.com, you click on the membership link, or you go to intensivecaresupport.org directly in the membership. You have access to me and my team 24 hours a day in a membership area and via email, and we answer all questions intensive care related. In the membership, you also have exclusive access to 21 ebooks and 21 videos that I have personally written and recorded. Once again, sharing all my vast experience in intensive care, making sure you make informed decisions, have peace of mind, control, power, and influence, so that your loved one gets best care and treatment. I also offer and do one-on-one consulting and advocacy over the phone, Skype, Zoom, WhatsApp, whichever medium works best for you. And I talk to you and your families. And once again, I handhold you through the process, making sure you make informed decisions, you have peace of mind, control, power, and influence, making sure your loved one gets best care and treatment. I also talk to doctors and nurses directly on your behalf if you want me to. And I ask all the questions that you haven't even considered asking, but must be asked when you have a loved one critically ill in intensive care. I also represent you in family meetings with intensive care teams. We also do medical record reviews in real time so that you can have a second opinion in real time. We also do medical record reviews after intensive care if you have unanswered questions, if you need closure, or if you are suspecting medical negligence. And all of that you get at intensivecarehotline.com. Call us on one of the numbers on the top of our website, or send us an email to support@intensivecarehotline.com with your questions. And if you like my videos, subscribe to my YouTube channel for regular updates for families in intensive care. Click the like button, click the notification bell, comment below what you want to see next, what questions and insights you have from this video. Share this video with your friends and families. I also do a weekly YouTube live where I answer your questions live on a show, and you will get notified if you're a subscriber to my YouTube channel, or if you're an email newsletter subscriber at intensivecarehotline.com. And if you want your video done quicker, because this video is from November last year, 23, it's now June, that's how many emails we're getting. If you want your video done quick, just give us a small donation to the super chat, and then I will get to your video as quickly as possible and answer your question there. Thank you so much for watching. And this is Patrick Hutzel from intensivecarehotline.com, and I will talk to you in a few days. Take care for now.